Welcome all. I'm Blades, and let's explore. So, where are we up to? Did the first impressions. Now we're looking at using modern OpenGL ? Well, today I want to do something slightly different and take you back to a time gone by. 1997, the epic opening and very first issue of OpenGL 1.0. Why would I explore that? Because that's me. I want to know what OpenGL is. I want to go back to its origins. What was it like when it first came out? Well, it was a state machine. It was very simple to use, unlike today, where it isn't. And it was quite straightforward. You wanted to put something on screen, you just put something on screen, and that was it. There was no arguments, no buffers, no messing around, although you really had to work hard if you wanted to do something complicated. But back in 1997, we didn't have gigabytes and terabytes. We were working with machines in kilobytes. Yeah, big difference. So modern machines and modern OpenGL has a lot more to play with. My first graphics card was 16K memory. The one I'm using now is 2 meg, I think, or 2 gig. No, 2 gig. Something stupid. I can't remember. The numbers are just too big for me. Let's load up. Let's recap what we got. We have what the computer gave us, all the main bits, and what we've done, which is exploration. That sounds good. I'm going to need a test. So where shall we put that? Under source. Under source. Can I add? No, just an existing directory. Alright, okay. Show containing folder. What does that do? Oh, does that. So source. Yeah, I'll have a new folder and I'll call it capital T EST or 1. There we go. And we need to add a file to that. So under Let's Explore, the top one here, we shall add a new header file. That's all we're going to need. So we'll just have a header file. That'll do me. Its name is going to be OpenGL. And underscore 1997. Yeah, let's browse and let's put it into that folder. Test 1, please. Choose. So it's going in test 1, and there we go. Yeah, please. OpenGL 1997. Finish. May as well start somewhere. Here it is. And it comes up here in the sources. It won't come up down here because there's no main file. Let's give ourselves some room. So it's a simple header file. It's got a header guard, the if and def, or hash pragma once, if that's what you want, if that's your kicking. How shall we do this? Let's just do a static inline void. Give it a name. Give it a name. Give it a name. Test1. Yeah, I think that's good enough. I'll give it a capital. No, I'll just call it test1. Does it need any values passing to it? No. There we go. Is that legal? Unused function, test1. Well, I know it's unused. Dar. Strange thing. Because it's a header file. Nice coffee. Let's save that. So, in the beginning, there was OpenGL 1, and it was very simple, very easy to use. It would start with, let's see, GL. I don't know if this is going to give us anything at all. B? No, it's not. What do I need? I'm gonna grab that. I don't think that's needed actually. Let's try something slightly different rather than pulling in all that lot. Let's hash include q open GL close. Okay, doesn't like that. QGL. Right, what do we need? Let's have a look. Help, please. So instead of searching, I want an index, please. I want the right one of these as well. I've got two here, and it's confusing the heck out of me. Okay, filter, open, change. Here we go. Open GL. Right, just no OpenGL by itself. Okay, that's index. Content. There you go, Qt, OpenGL. Which one's that? That's 512 and that is 512. It's because I've got two systems running here. Alright, include, hash include Qt OpenGL. Okay, let's try that. No. Why not? That's because I know why not. It's because we haven't put OpenGL in here, have we? We've been using widgets. Okay. I'm just going to add it here. Might take it out after. Oops, it's just OpenGL, isn't it? Save. Come on, you can find me. There you go. We've got OpenGL now. So, GL. Begin. There it is. This is how it all started, and it's looking for a GL enumeration mode. And it can work with triangles, quads, in other words, 3 vertexes or 4 vertexes. What's a vertex? It's a pixel on it's a point on your screen. It's a point in space. That's a better way of putting it, in three-dimensional space. It's got an X, Y, and Z value. So we'll have triangles, I think. So it's going to be GL underscore triangles. There is second one down. Triangles. Magic. Semicolon. And if we've got a GL begin, we need a GL end. Yeah, there we go. Close bracket, semicolon. Fantastic. And then you would put your instructions in between. So for us, we are going to have GL vertex, because we want the place in, there it is, 3F. 3 floating point values will do us. First one, let's pretend we know what we're doing. Because I don't. Now, I know the center of the screen is 0, 0, so that's going to help us. So, let's, X is across, so if we go from the center of the screen to the right, it's positive X. Center of the screen to the left is negative X. Center of the screen up will be positive Y. And center of the screen down will be negative Y. Into the screen is negative Z. And out of the screen towards you, coming out of the screen, is positive Z. In other words, we're going to be looking at it into the screen, so that's into the minus Z. Interesting. Interesting way of doing it. So let's put some floating point values in. For the X, we're going to do a triangle, don't worry. We're going to do a silly triangle. So here we go. Up is going to be positive. We'll send it up 1. Don't know what it's going to do, but we'll send it up 1. No, X, that's Y direction, isn't it? So X is 0 because we want it at the center of the screen. Y is, let's send it up 1. And with a Z, I think we're going to ignore Z in and out because we don't really need it at this point. Is there a... No, it's just 3F, isn't it? So we'll do that. And the other thing you would do is you would give it a colour. And you would give it a colour, tab, by specifying GL colour. I want 4F, please. Yep, because there's four bits to our colours, as we already know. There's an RGB and an alpha. So we'll have red. I don't want anything else, just red. So it's going to be 0.0 F. Make sure you put these Fs after your 0.0s. It's a big thing that people forget to do. Last value is 1.0 for the alpha. We don't want it to be transparent at all. So that's pure red without transparency. Fantastic. I'm getting a little bit annoyed about that unused function test1 thingy. Seriously? It's in our profile, isn't it, now? Headers. Yeah, it's in our profile, so it's been added to our profile. Source exploration. I'll stick it here. Hash include. And it's just going to be test1. There it is, and OpenGL.h. Ding. There we go. Exploration header. Oh, we haven't even got any. Wow. I'll have an integer. We'll call it m underscore test. Might as well. and we want to set that to 0. Exploration, yeah, okay. Control S. Blah blah blah. Go into here, quick programming. Put a comma at the end, and it's m_test. We'll set the value of 0. And we'll go to our PaintGL. And if m_test equals 1, then call, what did we call it? Just test, isn't it? Test 1. There it is. Test 1. Semicolon. Pardon. Using the result of an assignment as a condition. Sorry, another equal sign it means. It's got to be a logical. That's got to be either true or false. Unused parameters, yeah, we can keep that. We don't care about those parameters yet. Now you're being used, and now I know you're lying to me. Ha. So test 1 is being used. It's static and it's inline. So what happens, what I've told the compiler to do static inline is transfer this code to, when you compile it, transfer this code, I think we should do that properly then, to wherever it says test 1. So yeah, I'll do that properly. That's how it should look. Oops, put T back there, end. There we go. Remember, brackets are important. That's scope. Test 1 will only live or be actually in existence in memory until it hits that back bit there. And all test 1 is going to do is put some information onto our graphics card. So that's what this is doing. Begin means put this onto your graphics card. End means that's the end of the graphics memory block. Right, let's continue. Let's have 3 more of these to make a triangle. It takes 3 vertexes to make 1 triangle. So V. Right, so I'll do the colours first. That's easiest. So the next colour I want is G, which is that middle one. And the last colour I want is B for blue, G for green of course, is the last colour value there, 1. Now, the second vertex is going to be to the left and down, so both in the minuses, so it's going to be -1, -1. So minus, didn't get a minus sign in there, let's have a minus sign in there, and that's a minus sign in there, that's done. Nice, dead easy programming this. This is how easy OpenGL used to be. Right is +x, down is still -y. So we'll have positive x here and negative y there. Now I don't know what's going to happen. How far is 1? I know 0, 0 is the centre of the screen. I know that because I've used OpenGL before. So I'm dead certain about that. 1997? I can't remember that far back. I don't know how far 1 is. 1 was in 1997. For crying out loud. Right, let's see if we can compile that. Or will we break everything? Let's have a look at the compilation. Oh, we're still getting our int gobbledygook, but everything's okay. All we have to do now is set our value test to 1. Okay, let's do that next. I mean, it's obvious what we've got to do, so let's do it. Now, we need to be able to set test to 1. And if you remember, exploration isn't even part of the main program. It's not even connected to the main program. There's no include. So how are we going to do it? Well, we need a way of setting m_test. So that comes with the header file. Not that header file. We're finished with that. Get the compiler out of the way. So in public, we are going to have, I always put in getters and setters. Getters are when you want to get a value from a class, and setters are when you want to set a value in a class. So setters, it's going to be void, because we don't need to return anything, and it's set. We'll call it test, and open brackets, we're going to take in a value, an integer of test number, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to whatever, and that's going to be a const. I haven't talked about const yet, so that's going to be a const. We're going to open the brackets here. We're not going into the main, not those brackets, you idiot. Blades, those brackets, curly ones, curly brackets. And all we're going to do here is space m_test equals whatever we're taking in, test number. So I'm writing the function in the header because there really isn't any point writing it anywhere else. Cannot assign a non-static data member. A non-static data member within constructor, is it? What does that say? Cannot assign a non-static data member within const member function set member blah 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 is declared const here. Ah, simple. It isn't const then. We'll come back to that. And so we've got test. We set our test to 0. We can now set our test to any number from somewhere. We don't know where yet because this isn't connected to anything as far as we know. But there we go. We can now set our test number. Excellent. Because it's such a small thing, there's no point in making it into a full-blown, how can you put it, CPP thingy, because it's just silly. No point. Exploration CPP, so it doesn't show up in here. That's alright. So all we need to do is set the test to 1. Okay. That sounds reasonable, and if we set the test to 1, it'll run our test. That sounds reasonable. That compiles, I think. Yeah, it won't do anything much else. Just clear that load of rubbish. Right, we need to call it. So obviously we're not going to be calling it from there. That doesn't really leave us with many places, does it? Oh, that's wrong. Sorry, spotted something that was wrong. That's right. Just swapping the lines around. There is a big reason for it. You shouldn't be drawing to a window that you can't see, that hasn't been displayed. You should always call the show function before you start writing to the widget in this case. So the widget's in window. Window is main window. Main window is here. What do we got? That left button. Just run it. Are we running? Yeah. Okay, application output, don't care about for a minute. There, that test, that's the left button. Okay, let's just exit there. So button left clicked. We need to set that test value to 1. So where is the test value? It's that test button. It's in our UI. As you can see, UI is a pointer and it's been set up there. So it must have functionality. Let's go there. Let's pop that there. Oh, I remember all of this. Remember this? Remember how I spent all that time doing it under forms? All of this. And I decided to name everything because it didn't make sense to me if I didn't. Well, now you're going to see why. Because, don't need that. Here, I've actually got a correction to do on there. We'll do that in a second. Thank you for reminding me. So here, if I put an arrow, it comes up with all of those labels. And if I remember right, I called it main view. So main view it is. Now, if we've got main view, what can we do with that? Oh, look, first option, set test. Test number 1. There you go. That was easy. So we can do that for that one. Can't we do copy for the right button, which was clear, and just put 0? Well, that's clear the screen. Doubt it. Depends what we've got in our paint scores and stuff. There's a couple of things I'm missing, certainly. But that correction in main window, let's go do it. Because I was messing about with this, and I was doing promoted widgets. So it's now promoted widgets. Oh, I've already corrected it. And I couldn't get rid of the other thingy. And it's that minus button there. To delete one, it's this little minus button there. So if you've made a mistake and you've got spare ones of these that we're not using, just minus it off. I found that out. Because I'm silly, I can't remember things. I don't remember things. I have a blank mind towards things. When I'm exploring, I've definitely got a blank mind. If things pop into it, good luck to us. So the form's done. We've got our clickety clickers. How will we know if we've clicked a button? We won't. Right, I'm going to introduce you to the first line of, well, my Qt's way of debugging. So we're going to have debugging included. Or take it out. If you're ever going to build this for real, take this out straight away and get rid of all your debugging. There it is, found it. Debug. What this gives us is a way of printing out to our application output screen here, which is very handy. We'll clean ours because I don't want it interfering. And what I'm going to do is in here, button exit clicked. No, I don't need that one. In here, I'm going to put Q, lowercase, uppercase D, then back to lowercase E, B, U, G, debug. I'm going to open, it's a function, and put in quotes that the test button has been clicked. Should have done this before, really. Just extending the program a bit. Take you, copy, paste, the clear button has been clicked, because that's what I named them, testing clear, I think. And I think we're good to go. No idea if this will work. Probably won't. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. So let's have a look at our application output. So if we clear button has been clicked, test button. Whoa, hold on a minute. What happened there? Yay, look at that. Hey Ma, I'm an OpenGL programmer. Oh, hey, that's beautiful. Does clear now work? Yeah. Test work? Yeah. Menu work? Nope. So we've now programmed 2 buttons to do something in here. Wow, that was so cool. So you can guess now that we can run tests in OpenGL. And that should really be titled 1997, shouldn't it, eh? Oh, that is absolutely amazing. That is so fantastic. So we know that the buttons are being clicked. We've debugged it. We know that things are happening. So we don't need that anymore. I'm gonna keep it because it might come in useful later on. I don't know. But now you can see that I've preempted something with this little paint GL. So we've cleared everything. We've introduced a way of running a test, and we've introduced a way of doing a test. I mean, that's a very simple one, obviously. I'm going to put it up here because it's actually quite funny. You should really name the test, I suppose. I'll show you another little trick. You can put ** here, and then you title it and hit return, and another star comes up. Return, another star comes up, and another star comes up. I'll have one more. Go back. And if you hit return, by the way, anywhere in here, it'll just add another star. You only need that one. This is OpenGL 1.0 from way back in 1997. Oh, God. Do that properly. Dot. Lovely. There you go. So we told ourselves what the test is. I think that's rather good, except for the warning that's incorrect. Heck, I don't mind. There we go. Test 1. All done. With a warning, which doesn't happen on compilation because it is used. It just doesn't know. It can't tell that it's being used because everything's disconnected. So no, it isn't really being used, and because it's a static inline void, if I just called it void, it might see it. But that doesn't stay here, you see. That gets transferred. It gets cut and pasted to here. So cut and paste, you could actually put it in between those brackets. To be honest with you, you don't even need a separate header file for it, and it would still work. The reason I did this is to show you something, that you could do this. There we go, test 1. And you can obviously include test 2, test 3, test 4. Oh. Ah. So yeah, if mtest equals 2. Hold on a minute. I've run out of buttons, haven't I? I've got one left. We've got a menu. Oh, right. Well, I'm probably going to leave that empty forever because I'm chuck a dialogue up or something. I don't know. A dialogue. Yes, this is you have clicked the menu button or something. I don't know. Well, I'll think about that. But we've run out of buttons. Look. We've run out of buttons. So I've only got test. So we need to rename that test 1. Clear. What happens? Well, we've got a list space here. How many buttons can I fit in here? Whee. That's going to be interesting. Yeah, it's obvious what's going to happen next, isn't it? We're going to have to expand this for more tests because we've done our first test. There we go. We've done our first test and OpenGL works. And it is open world, the open world thing, and it also shows you, oh wait a minute, no, just get that into the background a minute. Let's pop that up, let's get rid of that, and let's click that up, there we go. There we go. But have you spotted something, especially when I was moving that? It's wrong. It's stretched out. I only asked for 1 in every direction. There's something wrong. Can you see it? Yeah, it's stretching like mad. I told you, I did warn you that we'd have stretching problems. And yes, we do have a stretching problem. So, our first OpenGL program. Isn't that nice? We've actually done our first an OpenGL world testing problem. With that complaining there, you should really cut that out and paste it in ourselves. But I'm not going to because I wanted to just show you how to do a test. And that's it. What have we actually created then? Or what are we in the process of creating here with our graphical user interface? We are, it looks like we're developing a test bench for OpenGL. Did you have this in mind, Blades? No, I didn't, but it is what it's what we're doing. It's just happened that way. So I think we'll head in that direction and see where it comes to. And in the meantime, good luck, take care, and have fun.